Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm gonna cover our 1 week stay in Amsterdam. Before I do, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. So we all know that Amsterdam is called the bicycle city, and there are tons of bikes everywhere. Something that I wasn't aware of is just how walkable the city actually is. The few times that we did take taxi rides was only because we were being lazy or pressed for time. Something that I wasn't expecting were all the houseboats along the canals. There are tons of beautiful bridges, and almost all of them have flowers on it, but there were also boathouses in almost every canal. And honestly, some of them were really nice, and others, I'm not so sure how they were still floating. As we walked around the city, we were rewarded with surprising street parades, and not like a Mardi Gras parade that we have in Louisiana. It was music playing, and in the one we saw, there was like alien figures, but I'm not sure what this parade was for. We did actually walk through it and got to see how the locals were enjoying their time. Well, that was a nice surprise. Something I actually enjoyed more were all the random markets in different squares. But something I do wish I had done ahead of time was look up where these markets would be set up, because they would be there one day and gone the next. On multiple occasions, we stumbled across these, and almost never did I find something that I was interested in the previous square market. Something else that caught me by surprise were the funny street signs they had, like no urinating in public, obviously, and a public bathroom, but for men only. While I wished there was a public restroom for ladies, you have to pay for a drink or for something to go into a business to use the restroom. Speaking of paying to use different facilities, let's jump right into the food. There is almost every option you can imagine. There was Korean food, dim sum, Italian, Argentinian. I think every day we ate something a little bit different, and it was all tasty. Well, that's not exactly true. One night, the Gypsy King was the only thing open, and we figured, why not? Let me tell you how bad it was. We threw it away, used the bathroom with the world's smallest sink, and just went to bed hungry. But I'm not trying to hate on Amsterdam, y'all, for real. On one of our tours, I had forgotten my sunglasses behind, and they called and told me where to pick them up the next day. I walked there by myself, and I completely felt safe. And that's impressive, because Amsterdam has these walkthroughs that are kind of alleyways, but they're meant for you to use them as an everyday sidewalk. And some of them are sketchy. Others are almost like the inside of a mall with decorated ceilings and statues. But it didn't matter which I was walking through, because honestly, there and back, I never felt in danger. But that could be because nothing was really opened yet. Whether it's the restaurants or the shopping centers, everything opens up late. Speaking of shopping, there is so much shopping in Amsterdam City. I was honestly surprised. And it was such a range of shopping. Like, we saw a Tiffany and Company store, but I also saw a TJ Maxx. So I didn't go into either of those, but of course I had to check out the Lego store, because it's never like you go in there and they're just in boxes. They always have these cool little setups that they already did and glued together, so you actually get to walk around it. And no matter what city I'm in, I'm gonna check out the Lego store, because I kind of feel like it's a museum. Another fun store you should run by, even if it's just for a quick picture, is the Rubber Duck store. And then, of course, there's the Red Light District, the zoo, and the museums. You should definitely check out my post on those. Our last night in Amsterdam, we decided to take a boat ride. They do offer these as private boat rides, but we just jumped on a public boat. And honestly, it was nice, because you gain a different point of view to actually appreciate how beautiful these buildings are when you're not just rushing by it or trying to pass a crowd of people. And the boat drivers give you a lot of history on different buildings or the architecture, the drawbridge. Like, there's tons of information given to you that We didn't even get doing our red light district tour. This was also the first time we actually got a close look of the train station. While we had a great time on our boat ride and our day excursions and museums and the zoo and walking the red light district and doing all the fun things there were to do in Amsterdam, the truth is, if you are not going to do any excursions outside of the city of Amsterdam, a week is too long. Honestly, this trip either has to be booked with other city excursions or with a much shorter stay in mind. I hope you've enjoyed all of our videos on Amsterdam. Do stick around because Pigeon Forge, Tennessee is coming up soon. Bye, guys.